Hey guys, today I wanted to make moon sand with you. It's very fun and it's great for sensory and it's something great to do while you're at home this summer. So you are going to need 2 cups of flour. Doesn't really matter what kind of flour, all purpose is what I'm using, self-rising really doesn't matter. You're also going to need baby oil. It can be regular baby oil or you can use the coconut baby oil. Totally up to you. So I measured out 2 cups, so you're gonna need that measuring spoon cup. You're gonna need 2 cups of flour. I've already measured it up, so I'm going to pour it in here. It's just a little bit bigger, so we can mix it up and play with it. Okay, you're also going to need your baby oil. You need 1/3 cup of baby oil. Now, this is total preference, but if you choose to make your moon dough a different color, that is totally up to you. Please know that we are using food coloring and it can dye your fingers a pretty color if you're not careful. Okay, so you do want to make sure that you are using gloves if you don't want them covered. If you don't care, it doesn't matter. It won't do too bad, but just be aware that it could turn your fingers a pretty color. So I'm going to do blue just because. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, I don't know, 3 drops into my oil. I do have something to mix it, and I'm going to mix that in with my oil. Doesn't mix that well, but that's okay. All right, and let's see. We're going to add it into our flour. Remember, 1/3 cup of oil. Now I do have just a mixer, and I'm going to mix. Now you are going to mix this moon dough until your heart's content, and it doesn't look like it's going to turn a pretty blue color like I wanted, but that's okay. Maybe I didn't add enough. You're going to keep mixing and mixing and mixing. Now, once you've got the oil kind of mixed in, it's still going to be flaky. So I'm going to put that to the side, and then I'm just going to take it in my hands, and I'm going to start kneading it. Now, as you can see, it's still really floury, but that's okay. You're going to keep kneading. The goal is to work all of that oil into the flour so that it is like moon dough. Okay, now if I was to create my ball, there is my moon dough. It slowly breaks apart like moon dough. Okay, now for some reason my blue didn't do as well as I wanted it to. There are some blue pieces in here, but I don't think it was as blue as I wanted. That's okay. So we're just going to keep mixing, and as you can see, it is starting to turn into moon dough as the flour is absorbing all of the baby oil. It has a very, very fluffy texture to it. It's really kind of cool. As you can see, it's still forming into the moon dough that you play with, and it crunches. It smells really good too. All right, so it's not as blue as I thought it would be, but that's okay. I've never used the food coloring before, but I have made the moon dough, okay? So as you can see, let's see, as you can see, the moon dough is forming as you mix it in. The longer you mix it, it does continue to form a little bit more, but I'm not too sure about the consistency. So, as a scientist, I'm going to add just a little bit more. Okay, now, nothing set in stone, scientists experiment, and again, I'm going to start mixing that in. Now, the recipe calls for 1/3 cup of baby oil, but as most of you know, I like to experiment, so I added a little bit more. Let's see. And honestly, I think I like it even more with a little bit more. As you can tell, it's getting more consistent and more like moon dough. Okay, so I would start with the 1/3 cup of baby oil, and if you, depending on how you like it, see if you can add a little bit more. Yes, I like it with a little bit more. It really feels like moon dough. Okay, now moon dough is great to play with at home, guys. It's great. Make sure that you're at a safe place where your parents approve, outside, at the kitchen table, wherever you are making this moon dough, because it is super fun, but it can be super messy. So make sure that you have permission first and that you do this. Okay? So I hope this gives you all something fun to do while you're at home this summer. Explore with it. See what different consistencies you can make. All right, guys, I hope you have a great time with your moon dough,